Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Prototype. Prototype, I keep saying that wrong. This is probably going to be our last episode for a little bit, although I might come back to this game again at some point. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Obviously, dependent on how you guys react to it as well. But it's a fun game, small game, very quick. I mean, one session takes, when you're not talking, about 40-45 minutes at most, probably. When I'm talking, it takes closer to an hour, but I know you could probably do it even quicker than 40 minutes if you were just really just pushing through it. But we're going to jump right into this. We're going to do a level that I've never done before, level 4, stage 4, I should say. I don't know who we're going to... I think we're going to run Apocalypse. Minus 10, 20% to organ-based damage except for poison bags. So we will do less damage with our bellies, but every debuff increases damage taken by the enemy by 10%. I want to just be able to just do dump a bunch of poison and stuff like that. I'm hoping this would work for us. I think it'd be fun. Plus, it's got a cool name. And this has got a cool name, too. You lose 1 HP for every 4 organs with vessels linked at the start of waves. Oh, wow. That's interesting. We're going to try Apocalypse. I don't know how I feel. We'll see. All right, we're going to do level 4. Again, I've never done this. This may just be a very quick and short episode. He does start with a poison bag right away, which will just drop poison around him. Well, I guess we'll just kind of stand still here, let things just come to us and die. All right, not bad. Stomach of the penguin. So I have not done stomachs yet. Activate the right side organ periodically. The organ's brain capacity cost is reduced by 4, while the right side organs are of the same type. This organ's brain capacity cost. Oh, okay. While the right side organs are of the same type. I mean, I feel like we got to go with bellies because we got things with bellies, but this is interesting. Activate the right side. Oh, so this can fire off offspring, roots, limbs, glands. So it can't fire bellies though, or the other stuff, the whatever it's called. I just forgot the name. Yeah, I don't know. No, I think I'm gonna go with the belly. Although I just realized that's a final belly, but that's okay. Hits an uninjured enemy, contributes to a kill. This is gonna do poison bags, so we're gonna have to go with the nerve. Nothing for the culture. So what is it again? We have effects of poison bags and belly spread around at the death of the host. The host. I'm assuming that's the thing that the little minions, right? Every debuff increases damage taken by the enemy by 10%. So we want lots of debuffs, is kind of the idea here. Shoo. We've got it in this thing. Huh. So we can't fire you from a poison bag. Can we fire you from a belly? Nerve? Does this go into a nerve? Oh, this doesn't go anywhere. Never mind. Just kidding. So this doesn't go into nerve. It goes into retinas. So we really can't do anything with what we got here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just run what we got one more time. So do we see this spreading? I don't feel like I saw that spreading. Oh, maybe I saw it spreading down there. Never mind. Because some of these... Yeah. Okay, I see it spreading. Yeah, some of the ones that are not even in the poison yet are getting the poison and dying. Okay, I see how it's working. Okay. Oh, we didn't get a lot of cells that time, but it's okay. We got a cochlea. That could come in handy. Contributes to a kill. I mean, the retinas are great, except they don't lead to what we want to lead them to. Which is not working the way I was hoping it would. I mean, we're gonna have to fire things other than the other stuff at some point, right? Lungs would be good. Lungs would help us fire things hopefully at some point. Grabs pickup range, and can we fire a lung? We can fire an expire, or we can fire contribute to a kill. Obviously, things are going to contribute to a kill. We have nothing that can fire off of that, though. Yeah, because none of this can fire can fire offspring. That's not great. Not great at all. Would we rather be in a surrounding area around us? This is 85% efficiency. This is 309% efficiency. Although, extremely slow activation rate. This could change into an intestine, though. That is probably the right move. Start with that. Go into that. Off of that, we pull the intestine, which goes into the slow. It's not ideal to wait 8 seconds for something to fire. But once it fires, it's going to do a lot of damage. This might completely blow up in my face and get me killed. We're going to go with it. So you're going to fire? Once it fires, though, it's going to fire a lot, to be fair. It's going to be pretty big. If we can just stay alive, then we can just get this thing and just start going backwards and mowing some stuff down. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Move backwards. Kill everything. It's not ideal. It's not bad, necessarily. It's just not, maybe... We might want a quicker lung. A quicker lung would probably be really, really solid for us. There's another intestine. Gotta go with the intestine. We're gonna keep stacking this stuff just because why not? I'm gonna grab the spine. I don't think it's gonna come into play anytime soon. You never know. I don't like any of this stuff, to be honest. Still didn't get enough cultures for more stuff, or more stuff for more cells for the stuff. All right. So anything we want to change here? I mean, I guess not. I guess we could run this instead. It'd be slightly better for now. That other thing's great. Don't get me wrong. I like the lungs. There's definitely some value of the lungs, but for right now, I think this is going to be a little bit quicker, a little bit better for us. Yeah, we'll go with that. Not really getting the slow that I was hoping for. Oh, there we go. There's a slow. Because it's killing stuff so fast, it's got to actually be alive long enough to have the debuff for a second or so, or whatever the timer is. Oh, that's fair. I mean, the fact that this can go into stomachs and things just might be worth it. Okay, obviously this is good for what we want to do. Okay, we do have enough to get cell duplication. Good stuff. Another brain would be interesting at this point. You know what? We are going to grab the other brain. See if I can get some sort of interesting combos here. The good thing about another brain is that I could justify a bit of a slower reaction from one of these, like use the lung early. Let me see what we got for the brain, though. I don't think I have anything I can combo with this. I do not. So it would have to be this. So we could run the gland of the sludge. Yeah, just a quick gland of the sludge that just hits everything that's debuffed. Probably when it contributes to a kill. We fire one of these off, maybe, just for now. Let's see what that does. I think I want to change some of this stuff at some point, but for now, this might work. I could also just change some stuff up with this. Could pull this entire thing off, I suppose, but I don't have anything else to fire, so we'll go with this for now. I do want some more things to fire at some point, though, or some more things to, like, some damage abilities. I did do wave 4, or level 4, right? I think I did. I just realized it. I didn't double check that. Guess I could always do some rerolls to see if I get some better stuff. I've never really done the rerolls just because, I don't know, I've always been able to get mostly what I needed without it. Yeah, second refresh for 10. I'll grab the retina of the raven here. Or the jellyfish might actually be really useful for us. Offspring of the honey rat would allow us to let them do all the poison and stuff, right? In theory. That might be useful. I'll grab that one just to see what we'll play around with that. All right, we want more duplication, and then we'll grab some more pickup range. That looks good. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I think we want to try to get our offspring to drop more stuff. Hopefully, maybe. All right, how much damage did you do? 54, and you did 44, 49, 44, I mean, and 42. So we didn't have a ton of damage. Still do most damage with the poison. All right, let's clean both of these off for a second. We're gonna redo this. Okay, so starting off with you, we are going to, I guess it would have to be this into you. Is that enough activation? 1 fertility. So every, what, second we're going to get 1? It'll last 7 seconds. That might be enough. And then you guys can have lungs. Oh, because you're not going to last. You're barely, honestly, you're at 7.09. This is at 8.06. Barely not going to last long enough. That's okay. We'll run one of these. You guys drop down the poison, which drops down the slow. Sure, maybe. Or is there another combo? I'd rather run with that. Every time you contribute to a kill, that actually might be better. I'll do that. Or I could have you do that and have that drop down slow. It's a little interesting, but maybe. And then what are we going to do over here? I really don't have much I can do over here. I guess I can breathe frequency, but that doesn't make sense. Actually, I don't think I want to do this because I want... Don't know if this is better for me or not. It means I'm not even using this brain at all. Because I don't have anything I can... You know, I mean, I guess I can run this. I don't think it's going to do anything. But I suppose I can run it just because. Increase organ efficiency. Or frequency. Does that buff this side? I actually have never run it. We'll find out together. I'm not running this thing, which was a lot of damage, but we will add that in at some point. I'm just going to try this. It might be a huge mistake, but we're going to see what this does. I don't think these are doing near as much damage as I was hoping they would. But they are getting the buff from the wings. So that's probably doing something for them. Now the damage feels low. It's good to know that our minions can get these little wing things, though. Maybe that's, I guess, like I said, maybe that's helping them do something. Although I don't know how to see that. Interesting. I mean, we'd have to hit a lot of targets. It's not amazingly great, right? I mean, I might grab it to play around with. Don't know. Better tentacle of the beetle could be useful. Alright, we're going to keep doing with the duplication. And I guess we'll do the final pickup. I still didn't... Oh, I still haven't picked up things that will help with this stuff. Unless I want to grab this. But this would need to go off of the U. Like when you hit targets. Or I would need to have a better way to hit target. I guess I could do this. When I'm hitting targets, I'll eventually pop that, which just feels really bad. Because it's going to take a lot of hits to trigger that. No, that's no way that's better. It's possible this thing's better, though. How much does that do? 17? That did a lot of damage. That actually was... Oh, yeah, a lot of damage. But I think this is pretty good as well. I don't think this will actually fire. But I could try it. What's the worst that can happen? Expire just contributes to a kill. We fire one of these, maybe, or just some of this. We'll add a couple more things just because, why not? It's a debuffed enemy. Then you fire this. Sure, whatever. I don't think any of this stuff is going to fire, to be honest. I don't think that bladder is going to be good for us. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Yeah, we're not getting any hits. Yeah. Okay, I didn't think it was going to count. Oh, sorry. Hit that. Not going to count. So we're just going to have to try and survive this. We're not going to be able to do much damage here. Yeah, we need a personal attack ourselves. Now, giving that bladder to our little minions might be good, except for the fact that it's... I don't know if it would count all of them into, like... Oh, I'm going to die. Well, like I said, this might be a short episode. I'm just going to run away. There's literally nothing I can do here. Come on, run, 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 run. 20 seconds. Gotta really get away from the flying dudes. Those are the ones that are the most dangerous here. 15 seconds. There's flying guys everywhere. Oh, goodness. I can't get up to those organs. Okay, I just had to survive. That was bad. That was a really bad setup. Alright, well, we got some extra stuff from that. Okay, whatever. These are actually, again, if I can figure out a way to use them, they're pretty good. I mean, we'll grab this. It's not great. Alright, keep going with the duplication, I guess. Grab one more HP, just in case we get run into a situation like we just had. All right, I got to fix this. So how are we going to fix this? Obviously, this was a waste. I am curious now. How much damage did you do? Decent amount. Still did the most. I am curious now, though, if these minions can't run the bladder, at least not from that level. I mean, could I run the bladder there? And have you guys just spin off some stuff? And this will be... use this into that. Does that count? Actually, I might need to run a test for the first time to see if this would even count. We'll grab the contributes to a kill and sure that or something. I don't know. Actually, yeah. I don't know if I really like this, to be honest. No, because it's never going to fire this if it doesn't damage anything. Yeah, this is dumb. There's no way this ever works. No way that ever works. So what we want is to go back to what we had, which is this. Do the lungs. Oh, that's right. The lungs were too slow. So this to... we'll do contributes to a kill. And... one of these things. I'm actually going to do the lesser of the two, because all this is really going to do is drop this. Okay, I think that chain's fine. I'll run with that. No idea what I'm going to do over here. I mean, I could do the breathing thing, but that's really just that. I really don't have anything good. I can't run this because this is obviously not going to be helpful. Yeah, this is really bad. I need another. I need another just trigger. Just a standard trigger. Yep. All right. Well, we're on this. Hopefully, I can survive. But we definitely need just a standard trigger. Okay. I just gotta survive. It's not easy with these flying bats. Or whatever, flying eyeballs. So you focus on anything that can trigger anything. There's one, no. These things are so fast. Kill him! I don't know how we survived that. I'll take it. Ugh, not great. Not a great run, though. Stomach of the sardine, huh? I mean, maybe just this might trigger a whole bunch of stuff for us. We'll grab it. Probably just a bunch of limbs and things, right? We do need a spine of the jackal, though, I think. We gotta have... just in case the other stuff doesn't trigger. We'll grab that. Alright, more cell duplication, I suppose. Just because we're struggling a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of movement speed. And then we'll put the last two in cell duplication. Get that maxed out. Okay. Back over here. Get rid of you. We are going to try the stomach. It's a lot of branches. So everything that has the same name. So does that mean... So tentacle does not count, right? That's... Yeah, that's going to increase. But if I instead swap you out for this thing, and then just put this other tentacle of the beetle in here, technically that works. Okay. I mean, I could just run one of these things. Oh, that's immediately going to put us over. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Interesting way that this is going to work. Then I want you to grab... What do you need? You're a root. Anything that I have that can do roots? I don't think so. No. I mean, the ladder, but that's not going to be helpful. I'd say just probably just contributes to a kill. We fire maybe this thing off. We hit the debuffed enemy. Fire that thing off. Actually, can we do that here? Yeah. Okay. We'll try this. It's not amazing, but it's got to be doing more damage than we did last time. In theory. I think those beams are doing a lot of work for us, actually. Hey, another belly thing. Oh, didn't see you. Sorry, not a belly. Poison bag. I think we're doing some good damage. I mean, not a major ton of damage, but good damage. And I think it will be able to add to that now. Yeah, another poison bag with the crocodile. Spider of the White Fox not going to be bad. Offspring of the Sparrow might be better. Another poison bag of the crocodile. Oh, I did not mean to grab that. My brain was in a weird place right there. Did not mean to grab that one. That's okay. We'll grab the tentacle of the dragon, though. I guess we'll grab this tentacle of the coral, just in case we decide to use that. Okay, culture. I think we want another brain. And we're going to want some more. We want to start getting some of this. Actually, I'm just going to go bump that up to about that. It's usually a pretty good place to be. Get a little more crits, and we'll get some more crit damage. Cool. I think I'm okay with that. Alright, so how much damage did you do here? 30,000. Okay, okay. 40,000. Nice. What about you guys? Not much. Not much. A lot. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought this thing was doing the work for us. We could replace these guys with tentacles of the dragons now, if we want to do that. We could also replace them with tentacles of the coral now, because we've got 2 of those. Which is an interesting thought. I think what we will do, because this tentacle of the dragon is doing some good work, we'll swap you with that. Okay. Guess we'll leave these 2 bug things in here, the beetles in here for now. And we'll try and set something up over here. Probably the slightly slower one. Into one of those. You guys do some expiring stuff. And you guys can spread, I don't know, definitely some explosion. Which one of these has... You have a lower crit chance, so dropping your crit chance to 0 would not be that bad. And then we'll put you up there, maybe. Technically, we could do more. Oh, it just expires into something? I don't know. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. Do we want to replace these guys? They're following me to things that run away from me. Honestly, no. I think having them follow me is probably okay still. I still just don't have a good... I mean, this thing's terrible. I don't know. There's no reason to use that, but it's just here for something. We'll go with this. It's at least going to be a little bit better. It's not amazing, though. I guess I could do another set of... I could do both offspring and have them both do slightly different things. No, come on, Big Betty. Die. No, no, no. Okay, now we can just run away. Although I really want to get back and get those cells, but I don't want to die. Oh, oh, oh. So close. Oh. Alright, that's fortunate. Unfortunate not to get those cells, but survival is more important here. Ugh. What do we want here? I'm actually going to grab the wing of the giant bat, actually, I think. Belly of the fire lizard. I like the bellies. Poison bag of the wyvern. Oh, that's a really good spine, though. I think we're going to grab that, because we've already got a poison of the wyvern, and we got a belly now. I think we're going to grab some more brain capacity here. I'm going to bump this up to 6 and 3. I think that's actually going to be a really good place to be for the rest of the duration. I kind of feel like more movement speed. If we just kill things faster, we don't need the movement speed, right? Okay. So you're going to replace with this. Because in theory, we could run both pets now. Doing slightly different things. Oh, you're not quick enough. Really? Barely. Barely not good enough. Well, that's not good. Okay, fine. We won't run that. So this has a maximum stack. This is infinite. How do I want to run this? Trying to figure out how to best set this up. I think I'm going to take these off. Run all this. Actually, take that off as well. You're just going to do the poison bag. And really, that's really all you're going to do. I think I will give you... Actually, I'm going to give you the fire belly. Okay, and then I'm going to have you fire off the slows. Yeah, maybe. I wish. But obviously we're so far out now, we're definitely going to be low. So they're just going to fire off the slows just directly from me. And I think that might be okay. And then we're also just going to fire off those things. And I think that's actually okay as well. All right, we'll try that. I don't really like this thing. I mean, that thing did a chunk of damage, right? But this thing's doing nothing. If I were to take you off, I mean, can you fire these things? Sufficient brain capacity. Okay, what I could do then is remove you and have you fire my little minions here. It's an interesting idea, but it's really maxing out our brain capacity. But what are these? Oh, their duration is so slow, though. They really don't help us in any way. We'd have to have them like do something really, really fast and then fire off something, right? I don't think that's any better than what we had before. We have all these little minions fire off these beams, I suppose. It's a little bit silly. It might work. I suppose we could try it. And then what we got here. You're already kind of set up. You did, you know, not amazing damage. Really, this thing down here on the end is just doing nothing for us. I'm going to have you fire those things off because I think those things will just bounce around a little bit better. Maybe. Honestly, I think this is actually worse than what we just did. I need another brain, I feel like. I'm going to run it. It is very likely worse. We'll find out. I mean, those beams are definitely doing some work for us. I need to get more debuffs going on these guys, though, because we can do increased damage for every debuff. We got the slow, we got the fire, we got the poison. No, we don't have the poison, do we? Did I get rid of the poison? Oh, yeah, I got rid of the poison for the fire. So we need to bring back the poison in some form or fashion. Yeah, the beams are definitely doing the work for us right now. I'm curious to know which beams are doing the most work. Glad we don't have any of those super fast guys in this one. Oh, of course, we still got things that I gotta be careful of. Okay. It wasn't bad. This one could actually do some work for us too, because we will have a lot of guys that are movement impaired, right? I do like the tentacles of the starfish for some reason. Another poison bag. We're going to try more poison bags. Stomach of the Chimera. Oh, wow. The right side have different names. This actually might be awesome for us. Okay. I think I'm very happy with that. I do want to get another brain, I think, at this point. And then just more of this stuff down here, probably. Critical chance. Let's do effect radius. We haven't done any of that. Okay. That's going to come in handy. We're going to start over here because I think this is going to be awesome. Yes. Well, everything over here has a different name. So actually what we could do, let's just see how much damage you did. 169, that's a lot. And then you did 49. You did the most work. I thought you might, but I wasn't 100% sure. All right, we're actually going to clear everything off, I think. Because I'm actually going to build up. Yeah, we're going to clear everything off. I'm going to build up off this stomach here, because I think this stomach is actually going to be valuable for us. Okay. So we should be able to run both minions off this one stomach. Yes. at a very, very high fertility rate. We could also run this off the stomach, right? At a very high damage rate. And then we can run, I don't know, let's say, oh, we can run this. This is actually very nice. I like that a lot. And we can run, we'll run one of these beams ourselves. Now we still need to be able to have these things run some stuff. So it's 1, 2. Nope, we can't run all of this then. We'll hold off on the beams for a second because we need 4 more for these minions to do something worthwhile. So both of them will drop stuff on the ground. One's going to drop the fire. One's going to drop one of the poisons. We'll have you drop the poison that stacks. We'll see how that works. I mean, I might just plug you in here. And I have a reason for that. Might be a bad reason. How long do you last now? 7 seconds? You still last the same amount of time, so that didn't change. Okay, we're going to try this for a second. I want to come over here and I want to see what I can do. Suppose different names, or same names, actually. We could run that again. Let me come back to you. What else we got? We got you can run just really quick stuff. Relatively quick stuff. Yeah, we'll have you run this. We're going to have you run that. Then this thing's going to spawn off. I mean, we can do some contributes to a kill, and we can do some. This one expires. This lasts 3 seconds. But anyway, contributes to a kill, I think. Maybe we do some of that. Honestly, this might be good enough just to kind of run some of these things. Have these things just go out and hit stuff. When it hits the debuffed enemy, we're going to hit a lot of debuffed enemies. And this can start putting down more poison stuff, I suppose, or hitting the beams. Not a bad idea. Alright, that's actually going to be the max that we can do, though. How about you just hit things that are slowed? Oh, we're not even running the slow right now. Let's just run that one. See what that does for us. Probably swap those 2 guys around. This is probably going to fire less often. Yeah, that's better. Something like that. I don't know. It might not be amazing, but we'll try that. And then we still got 1 more brain. I mean, I could just do a long slow. Just have that running. Also have the bladder. We're actually going to start hitting things now. That might be a really good idea. Have the bladder just fire some of these other things off. A bit of movement speed. I don't know. This lasts 3 seconds, so we can say when it expires. I don't know, just do something damagey. I mean, it's not going to be doing much damage, but I mean, anything's better than nothing, right? Just whatever. Just hit something. What's the... every organ between this organ increases damage. Okay, we'll do this. Presumably that's going to do a good chunk of damage. It's probably not going to fire very often. I'm just trying to... This extra brain is just here, to be honest, at this point. I don't have a way to... Thought about doing the long so we could do some of the other stuff. Might be better, but this is fine. I think this is going to do a big chunk of our damage. Oh, that's right. We never even set this thing up. Okay, yeah. Well, obviously, having both of these, I mean, it's going to do something for us. It's not going to do a lot, though. Actually, what we probably would rather have is exactly what I said before. Let's just have the lung sitting here firing something off. The lung can fire off some poison. Sure. Can that really fire here? I was not expecting that. Can you fire off? Oh, no. I mean, can we trigger stuff from that very easily? I don't know that we can. And mostly what I would want to trigger is the slow stuff. I wish the slow had more extensions. I mean, I don't know. We'll just do one of these big, massive things here. Just hit something. I don't care. Just do some damage. I mean, this thing's going to do a little bit of damage just because of the AoE itself. We got quite a few debuffs here, right? I think this will work. All right, we'll go with this. Said, but video's going to be a bit long. These little things we put down to help us get all the cells is really nice. It's very nice when you can combo that with something that you can actually trigger off of doing this type of stuff. So our bladder is actually not firing because we're just really not hitting that much. It's going to fire here in a minute. It's going to fire for a lot, but it's going to take us a while to fire. Oh, it's just going to give us a big run speed, which I was not expecting, so it maybe run into something. And then it's going to start all over again. I mean, it's not... Yeah, we probably need to swap the bladder out. I don't know if the bladder's going to do it for us. Take a little bit of damage there too. I gotta be more careful. I'm gonna have to. Can't go back for those things right now. All right, there we go. That sucked everything in. I forgot it sucked the organs in too. That is convenient. Little speed boost. Yeah, that bladder. Yeah, I got it. I can't remember what else we're firing off the bladder, but it is definitely not doing enough. These guys are potentially very useful to us. Okay, we might be able to run that. Lung of the Narwhal. It's a quicker activation. I mean, Lung of the Bull's Frog is even quicker, but we'll try this. This might be a good enough activation for us to be able to do something with. All right, what else do we want? I mean, more brain capacity, I think, is going to be helpful here. I'm going to get on all that stuff up there, so then we're just going to grab stuff down here. I'm going to grab one more HP just because apparently I am bad at doing stuff right now. Grab a little more crit damage, and that's going to be good for now. Okay. So, we're just going to have this be our minion stomach, apparently. So you're going to fall off of there. You're temporarily going to fall off of there. We're going to grab these things, which apparently have 3 splits. That's... Oh, these last a long time. These last long enough for the lungs. The good lungs. Which... Did I already use those somewhere? I did use those somewhere, didn't I? Okay, first off, how much damage did you do? 122, 60, not bad. Nothing. Yeah. I mean, so this is not a bad setup with those beams. We definitely know that the beams are doing a lot of the work for us right now. You did basically nothing. You did nothing. You did nothing. I don't know how often you fired. We'll come back to you. We'll get that stripped off. Oh, sorry about that. You probably did nothing. You did more than I expected. You actually did a decent amount. So this lung, let me strip you off for a second as well. Okay. Back down to this guy. A couple intestines. You can get some lungs. Well, the truth be told, do I really want you to have the slow lungs? I think we're okay having the slow lungs. Actually, these lungs are just even better. They do more just in general. You can have the poison, I guess. I actually think I want the things that are going to follow us. You're going to have the fire. I think I want the things following us to just pop the slow. To be able to run that debuff as well. Cool. I think this is a good combo. Do I want you guys to have the fire? No, I think this is fine. You guys are going to seek out and destroy. And you guys are just going to put a bunch of poison out. I think this is fine. All right, we'll come over here. And on this one... I mean, just a nice cycle of stuff, maybe. Could just run all the beams. I was going to run all the beams, though. I'd run this thing. Because it's a higher activation. And they all have a different name. Oh, no, sorry. They don't all have... They have different names. This is not the right stomach for that. But it's still going to be a better stomach. And it's this entire thing is just doing beams, right? I suppose I can run this beam too, because we are going to have, you know what? Why not? This will just be our beam stomach. It's a little weird, but we know how valuable the beams are. So, and I don't think we're going to get much more than 300% off of any of this other stuff. Most likely. Yeah, 300% is pretty good. Okay, come over here. Let's see here. We can run the really slow lungs and do like a damage buff for everything. That actually might not be bad, because that's going to do a big AoE damage buff for all our minions. And then we could have, I don't know. Just basically make stuff fire when this thing expires after 3 seconds, right? It's not going to do much, but it could be something, right? It's really not nothing. I mean, there's really no point in having this. This serves one purpose, and that's just to fire off some damage buff. I'm actually going to put you there. Wow, you have a very high crit chance. I think I'll swap you guys. It's not great. Put you in there, maybe. We'll try that. I mean, it's not great. And then just have you fire one of these things, maybe. Just trigger that. And just fire a bunch of these tentacly things off, and maybe they can drop things as well. Because I know you can drop based off of this. 3.6 seconds. No, that's the slow one. We need a faster one than that. What do we got here? 1.9. You're going to just slowly put the slow. That's going to be okay. So that means that allows you to grab this thing and drop down. What are we using? Are we using crocodile? We're using wyvern. So if we have you drop down the crocodile, that probably will be a different debuff, right? This one can just be when it contributes to a kill. Sure. How about you just spread out even more? How about you do when it's a debuffed enemy? Sure, I think that works. And you fire off this thing, maybe. I don't know. We'll try that. It's not amazing, and this is just kind of a weird one. But this is really just to buff the other ones. Let's see what this does. So many beams floating. Oh my goodness. There's stuff everywhere. Alright, we need to stay near our little bugs over here, I guess. Make sure we're giving them like a damage buff. Oh, I forgot to put the little thing that sucks all the cells back in. We can probably find a place to put that somewhere. Nope. Yeah, these beams are definitely doing some work for us, I'm pretty sure. I think because we have so many different types of minions that are spread out all over different places, that particular beam, the one that does the minions, might actually be doing more work than we would normally expect for it. I mean, I do like Limb of the Skeleton usually. Wings of the Fairy. I just don't know how good this thing is. We'll grab it just because it's worth more. The same type. This is actually very valuable to us. Yeah, I like this a lot. Gland of the sludge. More glands of the sludge. Yeah, sure, why not? All right, we got quite a few things here. I'm going to grab more brain capacity while we can. We're going to grab more crit chance and just crit damage, because if we got more crit chance, then that should help. All right, how are we doing on damage here? You did 121. You obviously didn't do much because that's not the point. You 154. That's really solid. 23, 25, 70, 119. So, you know, they all did something. Barely anything, but that's not the point here. I mean, the fact that they did any tells me something, but the whole point was just to get the damage buff here. You did 10, 42, 76, not a lot. You actually did a decent chunk. You actually did a lot. And you did a decent chunk as well. Okay, that's not bad. All right, what do we want? We wanted... So instead of the ones that have the same name, what we want is the one that has the same type. Because I was going to say that immediately reduces how much that's going to cost us. Now, it's going to lower their effectiveness, I think, but that's okay. It's going to fire more frequently, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit more frequently. And it's actually going to ultimately probably end up being about the same. But it allows us to chain things off of these if we wanted to. Oh, we have another one of these too. That's just awesome. This is not the same type, right? This is a root. Yeah. I mean, these beams are just going to do some super duper work for us. What do we got here? 30, 18. So this is going to do the most damage, right? Oh, this is actually 55, but it just doesn't hit as much. I don't think we have a way to trigger this thing like I want to. What should I do off of this? I mean, directly kills the enemies. Probably going to come up a bit. Probably better to take the contributes to a kill and just fire something off of this. Honestly, these swipes are almost always just really, really good. And we'll have you directly kills an enemy and fire off the lightning bolt. It may not fire. We'll find out. I might actually sub you out for this one, just because it's less likely to fire, but it's still going to do, you know, good damage when it does. And then just temporarily, for now, put you in here, which we could chain again. It's really so bad. What can we change you for? Really not much. I mean, I could fire one of these things, which is weird that those would actually work. I'll grab this thing. Fire off a little bit of a lightning bolt. Maybe I could put something else in front of here, though. There's another beam, but it's not a beam that's super helpful for us. I mean, I could just plug it in here as something else that's like maybe this really weak one. Just because we are going to be facing some bosses at some point. Yeah, that might be okay. It's going to do a lot of damage those few times that we do face bosses and elites. Alright, so if I plug something else in here, actually I could plug you in there then. And have you activate the right side and make it crit. I mean, I could just run you. It's going to do some damage. Not a lot, but it's an automatic guaranteed crit. So maybe. Or we could have this chain further down. Something that has low crit, maybe. Guaranteed to crit. I mean, it's not going to do any damage, right? Yeah, none of these are worth anything. I mean, this is just a weird, twisted chain that's just not worth anything, to be honest. Sure, you can lightning strike for 18 damage. I mean, it's I don't think there's a point in doing that round, but we'll go for it. I think this one stays. I mean, this one's fine. The only thing I would like to do is I'd love to have this thing back in here somewhere. And I just don't have a place to put it other than here. But that greatly reduces what we can do with that. Or here? Oh, and this is the one that's the same name. Or same type, right? Oh, no, just different names. No, no, okay. No, we can plug it here. Right? Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Then I'm happy. I'm happy. What do you do? 5. You do 4. So we'll take the 5. All right, all this rest of this is good. All right, one more battle, and then we'll be able to sell everything on the next battle and go from there. This is a long episode, but that's all right. It's a little more confusing with some of the stomach stuff that I'm not used to. Oh, those little spitties are awesome around the pets. They're just, it's just like, look at that. Oh, that's so good. All right, this feels pretty strong. All right, this is going to be the real tell. I feel like that thing's dying pretty quickly. It's just, they're just ticking away at this point. I don't think the fire's doing much, honestly. I think it's all the poison at this point. Could just be because the fire's hidden and hard to see. It's going to be very interesting to see what's actually doing the bulk of the damage here, because I think there's so many things firing off. It is really hard for me just to visually tell. I don't think it's the fire. It might be those swipes, to be honest. Those swipes feel like those are doing some work. Oh, this is, we want a belly. We want this belly for sure. There's another root. No, this belly for sure is going to be a good one for us, I think. Gland of the spider, better gland of the spider probably? Sure. 2 seconds when it's remaining stationary. This is... I'm going to grab this. This might not be... We might not end up using it. So better gland of the sludge. Alright, we'll grab that because we are definitely using those. Okay, so we definitely want to burn everything we can. Do we want another brain capacity? We probably do want another brain capacity. And then I'll come back and spend the rest of the points once I figure this out. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I mean, this one's very, very good to use. If we can find a place to put it. It might even just be one that's around me, so that's fine. Another good one to use would be the stationary one. Because I can run that here on one of these. The problem is... Because this fires off these guys really nicely. Specifically these, because these don't move, right? But with these guys are doing the AE. So who did the most damage? You guys actually did similar. I'm not sure if I expected that. You did a lot. You did nothing. Not a huge surprise. You're just kind of there. You did not a lot. You did very little. So honestly, this one probably is not worth keeping. Probably just plug this one in directly. And then just immediately know that that's going to do more. This one's and this one's but they exist. And we're going to be facing a boss here in a second anyway. I guess we're going to run this one, we'll run that one. So that's fine. Yep. We'll go with those. Do we want to chain anything off anything else? I mean, if we're going to run this, didn't we have a better... Oh, we didn't grab it. Never mind. You did 100... Okay, I thought you were doing some damage, honestly. And you didn't do bad damage. So that's fine. I guess we could move this down to here. And have you... Or you fire... Oh, you were firing this stuff. Okay, that works. Because this is obviously going to do... Well, in theory, you're going to do more damage, right? 36? Yeah. Should do... I mean, this is doing the most damage, but it just doesn't fire very often. I mean, this thing shockingly did by far the most damage. I did not expect that. That lightning bolt did a lot of damage too. Okay. We will keep this in the rotation because apparently that's doing more than I expected. Tempted to just run one of these things right here, but actually, you know what? Let's run that. and have you run into, I don't know. You're not going to hit uninjured, but maybe we could fire one of these things fast enough to trigger something else. Let's have you run and do that then. We'll just add an extra little chain there. And then finally, you did, you know, reasonable damage. And at the very least, you're debuffing things, which is giving us more debuffs, right? Like that's the whole point of that. I mean, these things on the front didn't do hardly anything. Is there anything I could plug in from one of these instead? Or for here? If the whole point is just to have a debuff, then yes, this is actually going to be better for us. I think I'm happy with that. All right, we could fire another thing off of one of these. It's not going to hit uninjured, I don't think. I wish this was just a little bit slower. Yeah, duration just 3 seconds is not good. I mean, I could swap out the... Is there a different lung that we had? I can't remember. No, this is the 5-second lung. Yeah, that's not going to help. I mean, I could have one of these guys switch to a lung. Is this the one that moves towards enemies? I mean, it might be better. And then I can have you drop something else. Which I guess if you're going to run that one, that's going to go there. So we can have the most... I mean, it's only 13%, but it's still not bad. You can run maybe the bombs, the fire, I mean. Not a lot, but it's something. Do we already have the green and the pink on these guys? We have the pink. We do not have the green, so never mind. I guess I need to run the green somewhere. So even though the fire will do more damage probably, this will net more damage, right? Because it'll give us another debuff. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I don't think we can add anything else, anywhere specifically. Yeah, we can't really. Technically, we could add one more thing here. And this is different names. So anything we can run here. I mean, I guess probably this thing. Which apparently would do a big chunk of damage if it does any. Okay, we'll like that. Let's go with this. Oh, and then we can sell a bunch of stuff. Okay, so if we can grab a couple more things here. I think I want some more effect radius. I want a bunch more crit damage. And then we'll just increase the base damage. I think that's going to be good. So let's go. Last battle. Long episode, but I'm kind of having fun. I really like this game, in case you can't tell. Alright, that elite melted. It's really hard for me to see the enemies, though, with the way we've got this set up. Alright, here comes the boss. Come on, just start. We gotta start melting some baddies. Maybe we'll have room to move around. Okay, that elite is absolutely melting. The boss isn't as much, but it's kind of to be expected, right? Game drug through the poison, it's definitely going down faster. I think I'm going to take damage there, but that's okay. One of the bosses just died. Nice. Come on, kill this other one. Okay, we're getting kind of small here. Come on, take damage. Did we get it? Oh, we got him to 13%. That's all we needed. Okay, good. Nice. All right, well, there we go. Level 4. Yeah, it took me a little bit longer, but I was trying to figure some different combos out that I haven't run before. Let's go look at the organs. So, obviously this thing was not there to do damage, so that's okay. 124 there, 139 there, 160 off that one. Okay, we'll take that. What else we got? What did you do? 116, not bad. Anything than the triple or the 6 digits is great. 148, awesome. Okay, this one's still wasn't bad, honestly. 62, not terrible. 118, good. 58, all right, we'll live with that. 7, okay, that was terrible. That's okay. All right, this was primarily for a buff. So any damage we got off this chain was just How in the world did this do the most damage? That's insane. I was not expecting that. And this thing over here to 195. Those are my 2 highest damage right there. Crazy. I mean, that did 30,000. That's not terrible. And then these things are not meant for damage. They're just meant to spread stuff. So let's see. Okay, we don't know how much damage you did, but obviously 13% of some of these bosses' health. Technically, this probably did the most damage. We just don't have a way to see that mathematically. But no, I mean, the rest of these were okay. I mean, 100,000 damage here as well, combined probably. I still can't believe this did the most damage. Obviously, I should have put the best version of this here, which I could have seen last time. But it's crazy that that's what that did. I mean, these are fine. Don't get me wrong. That's insane. At only 8 damage per. That's insane. All right, well, there we go, guys. That was a lot of fun. I really like this game. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Honk. Stage 5, so there's more stages. Not too big of a surprise. Does it actually look like there's more after that even? I don't know. There might be more. I honestly don't know how many stages there are total. But I have a lot of... this game is great. For $3, I mean, this is dollar for fun. Easily one of the most valuable games I own. Like, easily. So, I mean, I pay for games, like, monthly that I've been playing, you know, for a long time. But this is... I'd pay a lot more than $3. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. This will probably be the last I show of this for a little while, unless people just like it. And if they do, I might show more. But for now, this could be the last of it. I will probably feature another one next week. And then in a couple weeks, we'll be showing some F1 Manager 2023. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.